Will you forgive me for being cut off again? Yeah, it's a little crappy phone, but that GoPro really is so tiny. And having to transfer the stuff, I'm so sick of software I had. So you wouldn't believe it. Oh, yeah, enough to do with that. So forgive my getting cut off, please. Um, just will yourself into Christ's hands. That's my best um, advice. Let him just take the reins with every step before you think. Think of that guy before you eat, um, before you go to bed, and when you get up in the morning. If you do all that, you be doing okay. Well, and I will tell you when I'm swearing, no, he's not there. In fact, he runs. It's horrible, and he doesn't forgive that out of me. I will pay for that. So I will let you know that. That's a fact. Yes, I will. So I'll probably get another wrinkle, you know. That's the way it goes. First your money, then your clothes, you know. That's the thing about it. That's another thing I wanted to touch on. I'll tell you real quick. I was saying about my grandfather giving me a ride in his Studebaker. He had a Studebaker Hawk, a 57, a black one with fins, and it looked like a Batmobile. Or 58, the same year I was born, I believe. And then he had a Turismo Hawk, one of the first classiest little, like pearl white and leather, a Naugahyde light blue interior, and like some of the first classiest little seats. It was a gentleman's sports car, is how it was classified. So he gave me, but the only thing is, he would smoke cigars and he wouldn't roll down the window, so I would gag. So, but he did quit smoking. But I had picked it up by then, so yeah. But I would just ask him if he would open his window and we get it going out. But them first couple puffs sometimes was killer, you know. And so, but he took care of me better than most people. I'd be up on this wall in back of his house. It was a really very tall retaining wall, and I would climb up the bricks and sit up there, and I would pile up the oak leaves and jump into them and stuff, and I scared the shit out of him. So he'd like, kid, get down from there. Where's your mother? You know, that's his daughter. You know, she's in the house next door, um, doing whatever she did, gaining weight, you know, while I was out doing God knows what, hanging from trees and all that, you know. So, anyway, my grandpa was good. I just thought I'd tell you that. And he died when I was 17. So, yeah, I didn't go to his funeral. I came back and sat on his lap and gave him a hug. And I never sat on my grandpa's lap since I was a baby. But he asked me if I would come so he could hug me, and he was dying of lung cancer. So, yeah. Or no, wait, let me think. It was stomach cancer, I do believe. Well, one of them. But anyway, and he was getting older too, you know. So, yeah, anyway, he's a pretty good guy. His wife died very young, like 44, and so he was like a bachelor. He'd take these women out, and everybody wanted to go out with Grandpa because he had a sporty car, and um, he'd get out of his plumber clothes and dress up, and you know, he was a dude. That's my grandpa, so gentleman, very much so. So, unless he was saying something to somebody mean, and that's kind of where I got that. He's so blunt, just boom, there you go. No beating around the bush, not even cussing, just right to the bone, you know, type of thing. So, that he taught me. So, and that served me well. So, anyway, back to the willpower. Um, if you look at it like borrowed, you're on borrowed willpower, and it belongs to Christ, it will be yours. So if you can kind of, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like giving to the Father because He gave to you, and He'll give you more when you get home. It's a win-win-win situation, you know, even for the bad people, because the good people carry everybody. That's the long and the short of it. So, because they're fools. And they're lazy fools and they're riding on the back of the good. And Christ will make them pay for it. You pay for all your bad deeds one way or another, whether it's with many tears or maybe your house burns down, whatever. You know, I'm not saying my house burnt down because I was a bad person. I was far from it. I had a little baby, and my big white German Shepherd woke me up howling because the house was on fire in the middle of the night. I had some crazy things happen in the middle of the night, but the dog saved me. I ran in my kid's room, got him out, and put him in the car and moved that out of the way. Went back in and got baby records, which was stupid because I almost died in there. Flame of fire come like whiplash, come and got me. I went back in my closet. I'm like, "Ah," and held my breath and ran over there. And my ex was at the door. He was shady anyway, so um, I still wonder on that one. But I got out of there. So, anyway, long story on that one too. But that's for another time. I just thought I'd get back on here and tell you the rest of my grandpa's hot rod story because I hated getting cut off. So, and I'm sorry about that. But if you can bear with me, I'll probably get back on track. And there's things I still want to say the rest of, but just like if we're getting together as friends, just know that we'll talk about it next time and, that type of thing. So, and I know what's going on in the world. I actually see people and what's going to happen to them or what has happened to them, kind of like God shows people things ahead of time to keep you safe. Well, He did that for me with many, many, many people. So I see ahead like that. Not me. God shows me that. And then He reminds me that He showed me that. I'm not vain like that. I don't have superpowers. I'm just a human lady trying to help. That's just me. And I got to do it with my own strengths because if I don't keep up, it's not a persona. It is me. But on this world, it's more of a persona because I have to be more evil than is in my soul. So Christ carries me a little more extra. Because, like, say if I see a baby getting hurt, if a baby got slapped out in public, or even anybody, and I had to walk up and shove some big son of a bitch on his face, I know God's going to forgive me. It doesn't mean that that was the right thing to do, but God forgive if I'm going to stand there and watch some shit, you know what I'm saying? It just won't happen around me and happen. It just does not. So that's the way I am. I seen a man talking shit to his little tiny boy, and they were going in the store, and he said something like short, snappy, and nasty at his little boy, and his little boy kind of looked sad, and I said, yeah, some people are just mean. I said, I hope you don't grow up to be mean like that too. And the little boy just looked at me, and I looked at the dad like, if your boy wasn't here, I'd fucking kill you. So over the little kid's head so the kid couldn't see my look, of death and damnation. So, yeah, I don't tolerate anything, nothing. So, yeah, just can't. It's not in me. And and it is true the evil of men doing nothing is how evil rolls around. I'm not saying you got to go out there and fight or confront every situation, but seeing it and praying on it, and I'll pray on it. You pray on it, and then I'll pray on it before and after and during. Guys, pray for me. So yeah, I'll pray for you too. So I just wanted to get on here and say God bless your night. I might be back. I had a few things that I know I was going to explain further. um, God gives them and takes them, and sometimes I'll make a note, but I'm pretty much letting Him give and take right now what He needs to say for somebody. Some I know just are lonely and hurt, and I love you guys. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks for sharing your lives with me.